What is up, guys? Have a fun deck for you today. Today's deck is the SK Reckless Flurry deck that has been running around for quite a while now. You already know what the cards do, so I'm not going to waste too much time with that. But what I will talk about is some general just kind of strategies and how you want to position yourself. And as a control deck, you typically want to be going second. Your opponent plays a card, you destroy it, react to it in any way like that. But if you do have to go first, things like the discard package, Foul Blood Totem, leave us in a decent spot to just have some proactivity before we can start playing reactive. And the good thing is with this control deck, if you do run into another control deck, usually that can kind of be a mess, and whoever has to go first loses. But because of the nature of some of these cards in SK in general, we just kind of have some good just points there. It's almost a little point slammy in many ways, so that is very helpful. But try to set yourself up going second if you can. Don't be afraid, like if you do get blue coin, play your discard package, take an early pass, and then just let your opponent lead the way into round 2, bleed them. This deck has a very easy time of hanging on to its card, and if you hang on to that card in a short round 3, you're very fine. If you have to take the initiative, you will find this deck can be a little awkward, but certainly better than other ones out there. So quick considerations to make is Greatsword, Megascope, and Junod. I might be butchering the pronunciation of that. I think those are definitely cards you could rotate out if you'd rather put something else in there. But they still get the job done, and you won't be too unhappy that you have them there. And yeah, so another thing with that is don't be afraid to throw out some of these higher end cards round 1, like throwing an Avalok or Foul Blood Totem round 1 is totally fine. You don't want to hang on to too much here, because your bronzes can only get you so far. So when you go into that round 1, hopefully you have your discard package. But if you have to throw something else in there, it's not the end of the world, because this deck can just keep pulling up points. Quen is about one of the only things I do really think you need to save it, because its short round capabilities with a Bear Witcher or an Axie is just incredible. And Axie here, I know some people still aren't sold about it, so I do want to mention that there's a lot of value to this. Like, they play a Greatsword, and you play a Greatsword and it's locked. This purifies that lock and brings it up to 10 power. So like it can be used on your own units. The Purify can work on defenders or anything, because Purify is really handy now. And then it's just also a tall punish. So I know some people aren't super sold on this card, but honestly, it's really solid. And that 2 armor does come in handy with the Quartermaster, or if you have to play it next to Totem if they kind of interrupt the sequencing of that lock a unit, but you still want to get the 1-6, Axie can eat that. So there's the deck. Hope you guys enjoy the games. Except for 1 or 2 action scenes, the action sucked. You're sitting there half the time wondering what the characters are even doing. The pacing was terrible. The explanations were terrible. It was so bad. Like, I never finished it. And I'm really hoping Season 2 fixes a lot of that stuff, and it seems like it is. But I was honestly shocked at how much people liked it. Like, I truly did not get it. Like, irregardless of me having book knowledge, I just didn't think the quality of show was there at all. It seemed like true Netflix fashion. I wish HBO made it. Would have been way better. But I'll go ranting way too hard. Alright, okay, we do have discard. Don't really need Helmar right now. It's fine. Get rid of Megascope. Ah, shoot. This might be tough though. Hope it's not Cloggers. Why is my rank up game into pro rank always against some crap like this? I like the short stories more than the main saga. I agree with you, Don Crypto. And what's up, Don Crypto? We hit affiliate. But like I said, Time of Contempt to me was so entertaining. Like the coup on Thanet, or however you say that, was very entertaining. And then like Ciri's escape through like the desert, and then it kind of had like a 4th act when she gets rescued and kind of has to like try to go through that. It was really sweet. Blood Elves first book. Go read the short stories, Romper. I promise you, you're gonna like it. I agree with you. Blood Elves was, to me, not very good. I know a lot of people do like it. I wasn't a fan. So if you're like me, do go read the short stories. Trust me, they're so worth your time. They felt like Witcher 3 quest. Witcher 3 felt like The Last Wish is kind of how Witcher 3 was in many ways a love letter to those. Ballsack armor was hilarious. Yeah, who designed the Nilfgaard armor? It was hideous in the series. I agree, but I thought Henry Cavill ended up being a good Geralt, which surprised me. No, that's what I said. Outside of the main three, like, I actually liked the cast for the main three. To me, that was pretty good. I'm gonna go Avalok here.
It's time.
He's Ball. Okay, so we have identified what we're going up against is Masquerade Ball deck. As you can see here, I'm true to my word, will not craft this card. But anyways, besides the point. When you're going up against Ball, you need to get round control. If Ball gets round control against you, and they pull you into a long round, you are probably not winning that. Especially if Ball goes out. Now, fortunately for us, we do have Heat Wave. So if we did get pulled into that situation, we could at least answer Ball. But Nilfgaard has so many other things going for them in a long round that it can be very scary for us. Because already I mentioned in the intro, our deck's going to fall off a little bit in a longer round. So, we get round control, we want to bleed. Now, ideally, when you're bleeding, the second they drop Ball, hopefully you can get out and keep your card. Because the benefit with Ball is it doesn't play for a lot of tempo in the turn that it is played. It's only 4 points. So, when they play Ball, hopefully that 4 points, we still have enough of a gap that we can just get out, and they're already in a lot worse of a spot. We've shortened the round length, and they don't have Ball. It puts us in a much better spot to win. So, you run into Ball, this is what you need to consider. Just don't get him talking about Game of Thrones. Yeah, let's not go there. Actually, I'm going to say something that which I read was kind of interesting. Maybe I'll read the shorts then, because I thought the first book was awful. Please, like, Last Wish, you're going to read it, and it's going to flow very well, and you're not going to be able to put it down. And then you're going to read Sword of Destiny. There's like 2 stories in there that aren't as good, but there are like another 2 in there to me, which are the height of the entire series. Well, looks like I'm losing that. Sorry. We need to wait till that dies before I go her. So we go like here. But so what's interesting with Game of Thrones, I'm not going to rant about season 8, but because of that, what is very interesting is HBO basically lost like the next Star Wars, Star Trek type of deal. Obviously nothing's going to get to the level of Star Wars, but like Game of Thrones was massive enough where it could have just kept having appeal for a long time, especially because the adult audience. And season 8 was so bad that I was reading that like all the merchandising deals just completely went away because nobody wanted anything. They don't want anything to do with it. So I thought that was really interesting. That's how bad season 8 was, that it's completely killed the merchandising sector of it.
I can do a great deal more for you.
Let's not get in the way of me.
Come on. Ah. I guess we discard this. Alright, hopefully this gives us a pass. I read all the Game of Thrones books. Well, not all of them. And you probably never will, unfortunately. I really like The Last Wish, but couldn't get into Blood Elves. Okay, have any of you guys read Sword of Destiny? Because it's so good. Which is weird because I've read so much fantasy and you think I'd be into it. D&D should never be allowed to write anything ever again because of Game of Thrones. Well, they lost their Star Wars deal because of it, so there's some wish granted.
I promise you a quick death.
Actually, I probably shouldn't be targeting that. It's interesting to see all you guys say you didn't like Blood Elves, because I thought I was in the minority. A lot of people really, really liked Blood Elves, and it's one of their favorite ones. But you do need to get through it and read the rest of it, because again, the one right after it is so good. It's kind of like the short stories where it just has really good flow to it. But yeah, I mean, I could talk. I have talked for a good 5-6 hours about how much I hate Season 8, so that can be a rabbit hole if we ever want to do it.
I do not do this for power.
Okay, throwing. We also have a Purify and Reset here. That might be a decent power play.
Damn it.
That's a good thing about Axie here. Every time someone says D&D, I immediately think they mean Dungeons and Dragons, and I get real confused. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. What I've read of Sword of Destiny was hit or miss for me. Yeah, but Something More is like the best of that entire short stories. If he wants to keep throwing good cards in, be my guest. So this is an 8-point play. That's enough.
Double the coin. Consider it done.
Might even throw like a leader charge in here. That gets me 7, 8. It's 12-point lead. Yeah. That's worth it. How is the first Witcher book good? It's literally nothing but dialogue. I really don't get it. It's because it's got some of the iconic scenes, like Yennefer and Ciri being together. That's good. That's good. This can set up for that. We gotta bleed in though.
You can hide.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Okay, but how do we draw? So we get these three. If we mulligan those two, we get that. So we miss Heat Wave. But that's just too good for what's her face. So unfortunately we missed Heat Wave, but if we can Flesh Ball out here, we're fine. What do you mean, yeah, he has? It's a trip. What are you talking about, Death Bunch? Alright, go here.
So be it.
This is just perfect. The gods of Gwent were with me today.
Just one morsel.
And he also, I haven't been paying too much attention because talking about that stuff, but he also just played like a naked usurper. Oh, I guess no, it's off of Roderick, so he could have.
Shall flog them into submission.
Wish I could keep it.
A superb specimen, truly.
So I can deal 10 damage. No, I can't deal 10 damage. Wait, what the heck? I got 8 damage. Alright, we go Totem here. Actually, maybe should have gone Totem there, because I could potentially kill that. But yeah, Death Punch, what are you talking about with the, it's a trip?
Barbarian's horn.
I've been dead.
Dang, I wish I would have hit that. Alright, we go here.
To arms, men.
The windmill. Its sticks spin around and smash you.
Oh, the Season 8 rant, I've sat through it. No, you haven't. I'm not joking. Me and Aaron, for 5 hours non-stop, talked about it. You've gotten the sample. Okay, we just pass on that, right? You've gotten the sample. But you haven't gotten the full treat. He doesn't have any engines. So yeah, we passed. We got ball out. Ah, shoot! He's got Anna Procket.
Speak your mind.
That's a pretty good leader exchange for him.
Thinking can be hazardous to your health.
What does he have left? He has Vincent is like one of the last concerns, and I guess the scenario. So we can only get rid of one of these because the next one's a Megascope. But we're drawing into a door gray, so it's kind of fun. Alright. Maxi saving us.
Don't ask a lady her age.
Play uninteractive. That's what you want to do. Guys, if I win this, I'm in pro rank. Can we do it? Let's get some hype. Let's get some hype.
On crate!
That's a bigger play. We'll like last say that. So I could lock it. I think we'll just go with that.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Well, geez, dang, gifting 5 tier 1 subs. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. That is very awesome. So yeah, we're definitely playing dwarves next.
I feel an edict coming on.
Does he still have coup left? Okay, there's one use of coup. It looked like it had doomed. Okay, he doesn't have coup, so I'm free to use this and just kill that. Guys, we're gonna be in pro rank. I know, guys. Shout out to Dang here. Just being straight, like he's just like rolled by and just gifting all these subs. Really appreciate it. That's very awesome of you, Dang. Really, really appreciate the support. Oh, here he goes. Alt F4. Can I get some Alt F4s in chat? Alt F4s in chat. Our opponent here just tilted. Let's go. Pro rank, here we go. I'm going to hype it up so much he's still going to beat me. I'm not GGing this punk, though. If he really did that. I need some Alt F4s in chat. Also dabbing backwards. Yes, again. Sweet, 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 dang. So we're playing dwarves now since you've gifted all of those. And if you have any particular recommendations with that, whatever you want, I'll play. There's Alt F4. Guys, that's some salt. You see why I hate nilfgaard players a lot? No offense to any of my people right now who are nilfgaard players, but helping me get through work right now. Glad to do it. Guys, pro rank, baby! 5 gifted subs, pro rank, and an Alt F4 from a nilfgaard player. Oh yeah! No GG for you. We're back. Now I'll GG him.
Enough gob flopping.
Okay, so we've run into Jackpot, and it's Syndicate on easy mode because they're not really going to overprofit with unit cards. And Siggy here is the card that you're going to see in there because you can get Profit 10, so he can boost himself by up. And then another card, Caesar. Pull him up here. he's going to re-trigger that profitability and just have Siggy be a massive unit. So what does that mean? We need to make sure we have an answer for Siggy. So Siggy drops, we got to answer it. We have a lot of options in our deck. We have Heatwave if we absolutely need it. We also have a lock with Doorgrave. Potentially with Leader, we can Junoed it. Or if we do have Last Say, we can just let it grow as much as we want and we can just Axie it. So there are some choices. Another thing with Jackpot, out for Junior, pay attention that, oh, this looks like it'd be a good Junior target. Maybe don't play it or wait till Junior comes out. And then also because they consistently keep 9 coins in bank because they can't overprofit, they have a Philippa on hand that can seize a 9-point unit. So you do need to keep that in mind. Those are the big things. But if you watch your control and you can answer those threats, you should have enough points on hand to go through. Passiflora is a consideration in that deck, so your Heatwave should definitely be reserved for that if you're expecting it. And you could expect that if you start seeing some Blind Eyes popping up, or they're not playing like Witchfinder, which would like replace that. So those are considerations to keep in. Make sure you're going to be answering those cards. We're going to roll with it. I have some discard stuff and drawing. We can go and get Greatsword and Graveyard for Hjalmar later. Do have an engine there. And then we already kind of have some of our good cards if we need it. Got absolutely wrecked by someone using a Syndicate deck the other day. I mean, yeah, Syndicate's really strong. Pirate's Cove and Jackpot have turned Syndicate into easy mode. Kind of how Cash was back in the day. So we just play this out. So then when I go this, we'll have the Greatsword growing up. But a good chance it's just dying here. Siggy we have to remove at like any cost because Siggy and then Caesar is just so many points. Okay. Romper, thank you. Appreciate the subscription. Tier 1 2. I know I'm gonna set up more subscriber stuff because I know right now it's completely bare, but I like 10 minutes before I started to stream and like had to stream at this time because I have to leave at a certain moment. I like hit a feeling. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'll go and set it up to get channel points and stuff, but like I wasn't able to get all the subscription stuff going. But I do appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go do this.
That might even be amusing.
Okay, that's a good draw.
Nothing like some overseas plundering and spring.
Appreciate my friend. I was gonna say because you subscribed, I'll just kind of play whatever you want, but we're already doing that. Okay, let's go and get this.
Warhawk Devarie.
Then we'll play Scald next. I just want to get my engines down. Probably need to answer that. Could just... So... Let's kill one of these. This is also risky because we could discard something good, so maybe we don't do that. I could just Junoed here too. Dang, subscribing too! Appreciate it, my friends. I really appreciate the support so soon after hitting affiliate. It's awesome, it's awesome. So Dang, we'll play for you next. Holy cow, I'm just getting... Okay, we need to save the lock though. Never punished.
Don't you pester me.
Okay, this isn't too bad.
No, dwarves do not qualify for childcare tax relief.
So yeah, we'll do a couple games with him, and then dang, I will switch to dwarves for you for the subscription. No channel points needed.
Ah, to see a fear one day with mine own eyes.
Alright, well, I think we'll go and take our pass here. So, I messed up pretty bad. I should have just shut that combo off, and we could have, like, really been in here. So that was on my part. I was not respecting that card as much as I should have. Cool little combo, though, for our opponent. Okay, sweet. We are drawing very, very good. Your dry pass card. I mean, this is just a lot of control.
What is it?
This deck also runs Philippa, so we gotta be careful for that. Gwen here, pulling a Bear Witcher for value, but also Axie as a backup. It's probably not gonna brick. Okay, we get rid of that. Okay, there's Axie. Yeah, well that kind of sucks. I mean, I guess that's our proactive play. But, I mean, we have a fair amount of proactivity. So Quen is most likely just going to be this for the 11-point play. 14 with Quen. So bounties, huh?
Round the corner, right? After her!
Could use Avalok to kill that. So this could get like Witchfinder out. We need to save the lock. I don't really want to sink a leader charge in that. That'd feel kind of bad. So we can go like Avalok.
At last.
Try and make sure it kind of kill that. I know we'll get better emotes.
In this world, only two things are certain.
He's considering jamming leader, I think, right now. He doesn't decide to do it. We can go and go totem. Kill that vigilante. And then that'll take some damage and we can Juno'd it if we need to. But Siggy is the main concern here. I guess we don't have Heat Wave, so we don't have Last Say either. So a lock for that. Maybe Juno'd if we get lucky. Or Hjalmar. If he's dropping Witchfinder. If he drops Witchfinder now, that'd be a really good moment to Reckless Flurry and then Juno'd. Or Junod. I actually don't know how to say that. Or it's also kind of some of that. Would you even say the J? Because a lot of that you don't actually say it J. It's like the yes sound. Okay. We can go Aaron Kaduk and then go Quartermaster. It's actually a pretty decent play. Because that's not really a threat. I mean, we're not really going to have any 3 power stuff besides that. Everything else is just going to be 2 power, so it'd kind of trade down. I do probably need to kill that, though. Maybe we just lock it.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
I think we'll just go ahead and do that first. Because we still have some other control stuff. Okay, that could be a purify.
1, go!
Take care of your blades, and they'll take care of you.
The windmill.
So our quartermaster works pretty well in this. Alright, so we got decent points here. We're rolling along, but he's still gonna have some scary stuff. So if he doesn't do anything with his urchins, we have a very nice bear witcher here. Which actually maybe should have gone for first. Okay. That's what we get to deal with. Oh my gosh. Can you just, like, please, for the love of God, hit that?
Double the coin and consider it done.
That was pretty annoying. I mean, we at least got the kind of spender out of there. Are you a fan of the Witcher series in general, or do you just play Gwent? No, I like the games. I love Witcher 2. Witcher 3 it's obviously Witcher 3. Not perfect, but it's pretty sweet. Okay. But yeah, and I've even played Witcher 1, and though it's rough at the start, it's actually a pretty enjoyable game by the end of it. So I've played all 3 of those, but Witcher 2 is actually one of my favorite games of all time. Really like Witcher 3 a lot. I haven't played Thronebreaker yet.
You never know which contract's gonna kill you.
The book gave me oh yeah, and the books too. Wait, it gave you a headache. Why'd it give you a headache? I really liked the 2 short story books. To me, were absolutely phenomenal, and the main 5 series of books. I haven't read the one he wrote way after, Season of Storms or whatever that is. I think it's Season of Storms. Honestly, watch that be like a Game of Thrones book. I guess we can go Quen here. Shut off one of these.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
They were a little bit hit or miss, but honestly, on the whole, I really liked many aspects of them and were pretty enjoyable reads. But the 2 short story ones were very good to me. Okay, so literally all dialogue with hardly any description, no break dialogue tags. I read 50 pages without a single line of description or dialogue tag. Yeah, they're not like the best written stuff. Okay, please tell me.
Lots of prior experience. I've worked with idiots my whole life.
Okay, there's our purify. So we killed Siggy, even though like it's not like a massive kill here. Yeah, they're not like perfect in terms of how they were written, But again, the short story stuff to me actually had some like pretty good moments, or it's not just like a good story, like it kind of hits on some bigger issues. And some of that felt really nice to me and just flowed really well. The actual mainline 5 series of books to me felt a little bit more like your issue, and there were some just really big jumps where it's like, oh, okay, like we're here now. Alright, so I gotta go like this,
Who wants to taste Skellige steel?
and we just get rid of Siggy. I know how this works. So which ones did you read, Romper? I think I really like the first set of short stories. Is like our world's fairy tales adapted to the Witcher world. Yeah. I agree with you, Gart. Like I was saying, I really enjoy the short stories. To me were really good. All right, so I think we won here. But and the main 5, like I did enjoy. Like it was a good read. And well, this deck performed pretty well. But there was just some issues where it's just like it could feel kind of jarring and just jumping around a lot. Like I don't want to spoil too much, because the Witcher games and this stuff are kind of fan fiction compared to the novels. The novels were definitely like had an ending to it.